I really do not enjoy algorithms, I'll be honest. But I do find that when you follow and interact with the people that you want to see more of, obviously, I mean, it's like when you're scrolling through TikTok, whatever you like or whatever you watch to the end of the video, the algorithm sort of picks up on and goes, okay, you like this, we'll show you more of this. It's a really simple kind of give and take kind of thing. And it's the same, with who you follow on social media. So I get my explore page on Instagram, for instance. There are a lot of nails on there, which is your influence.
I'm sorry.
There are a lot of nails on there now. There's a lot of, I think Schitt's Creek. There'll be a lot of stuff about Schitt's Creek and, you know, sort of behind the scenes of like sitcoms and stuff. And what else? Tattoos, so many tattoos. And and coffee and vegan food, and like it's all a bit of me, like in that kind of space, which makes it really hard to measure how much
weird to see that thrown back at you as well.
And you're like, oh, this is me. This is what they've learned about me and what they give me.
AI thinks that you are this person, and there is a mathematical way of putting you into a box, and to have that shown back at you. I mean, mine is nails, sausage dogs, and Pedro Pascal. I think that's about it.
We love Pedro.
I think what this conversation in question highlights that I find quite interesting is that everybody's experience of social media is so different. Like what you'll see, what I'll see, it could be completely different things. And like sometimes, for example, my partner will say to me, oh, have you seen that viral video on TikTok? And I'll be like, I've never heard of that. And she says, oh, it's been on my FYP for like 2 weeks. And it's like how different our experience can be on social media.
My boyfriend sees people building computers on his TikTok. He scrolls through, sees people building computers. Great, love that for you. It's not me. Like people building computers, what's the other thing? Like a lot of political stuff about like Avatar and like manga and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's great. That's really not my vibe at all.
Yeah,
and then I'll show him what I see, which is mostly Taylor Swift on TikTok. So, you know, it's so different. It can be more different.
What does everybody else have thrown back at them by the algorithm? What do people have? So say of you musicians, is there lots of music thrown back at you? Yeah. What else? Sausage dogs, or is that just me?
Sausage dogs. I managed social media for a band not too long ago, and I found that their explore page, because they're a group of lads, their explore page was mostly pretty ladies and, you know, and funny sort of like prank videos and stuff. And so for a while I had to kind of deliberately go onto music accounts and follow music accounts and scroll through and like stuff so that it would be more curated as to what they're about. And that was a really kind of interesting kind of learning experience. But
do you feel like when you look at your explore page, do you think that is me? Do you agree with what Instagram is throwing back at you as a vision of yourself?
Or the TikTok FYP.
TikTok. I refuse to have TikTok because I feel like I'll go down some awful rabbit hole and never come out.
You do?
That's another thing. I have banned myself. I'm not going to download TikTok because
that's a boundary.
That's a boundary, yeah. So if I just say Instagram, I do mean all social media platforms. But yeah, do you ever look at things and think, I'm surprised that that's what you see about me, or do you feel like it's right? Have they got the maths right, and that's you on your explore page? Or does anyone disagree with what they see thrown back at them?
Because I've just opened my explore page to see what comes up. It's tattoos, nails, Shrek.
Where did Shrek come from?
I don't know, but it's like a meme. And then I've got there are a few memes, and then I've got Tom from McFly because apparently I like him, and videos that have come up are weddings. Because it's like the algorithm knows that I'm, you know, early 30s, serious relationship. You should get married. I do find that I get a lot of wedding dress adverts and stuff like that, which is not particularly relevant to me. But I wonder, maybe they know something I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's where people then pay.
Yeah.
That's sponsored content, isn't it?
To sort of target certain people.
Yeah, and they'll put in this age, this sex, this thing, you know, things that they're into. And, you know, the machine does the work for it and they pay a premium for that. So that's when now you're like, maybe I will start thinking about wedding dresses. And, you know, then you start the rabbit hole. But again, so not only are you influenced by what the algorithm thinks you might like, but you're being influenced by what companies want you to be, are paying for you to be interested in.